So the woman that I get to introduce to you next, I've known for many, many years. She's a longtime member of Women's Prosperity Network. She's been part of our coaching team. She brings with her an extraordinary gift of listening and also word wizardry, word magic. It's just amazing. And she's on a mission these days that's called the Heart's Voice Movement. So Gail is on a movement, and I've known you, I think it's 9 or 10 years, I'm guessing, right? About 10.
So yes, yeah.
Since we started our chapter in Tallahassee. And you've always known this. And just of late, you have really stepped into the forefront of leading this movement. So please take it away, Gail Dixon.
Thank you so much. I am so happy to be here on this day where we are celebrating gratitude, because in talking about the Heart's Voice movement, there's a quote that has stuck with me, which is, gratitude is the language of the heart. And so I think that when we speak from our hearts, we speak from a place of gratitude. And for me, this became abundantly clear to me when I didn't have enough breath to speak at all. I was standing at a podium, doing my job, making a presentation at a conference, sharing other people's wisdom and other people's agendas. And I opened my mouth to speak, and nothing came out. I could not get enough breath to make sound. And I had to motion my boss over and get sent to the hospital. And we discovered in that my diaphragm, the muscle that gives you the air to breathe, was paralyzed. I spent 2.5 years at the end of an oxygen hose, 24 hours a day. So, you know, your life is in a 50-foot radius in some ways, or as long as you can live on the portable oxygen that you can carry. And what I learned then was really deep gratitude, because I was not sure whether in the situation I was in, this was as good as it was going to get or as bad as it was going to get. I wasn't sure if I was on a downward trajectory or at a stable condition, or if there was any chance of improvement. And what I knew in that time was that I had things inside of me, in my heart, from my knowing of Source, my knowing of God, that I was meant to share in the world, and I hadn't been doing it. I hadn't been doing it, at least in a big and wide way. And you know, when you go through grief and you go through torment, there's a stage in grief that's all about bargaining. And I did some bargaining in that stage, bargaining with myself and bargaining with Source, saying, if I had the chance, I was not going to let the truth in my heart go unsaid anymore. And what I learned then was that what I'd been doing, which was being the amplifier for other people's messages and other people's truths, was not what I needed to be doing. That I needed to be willing to be the heart's voice in the world if I was going to influence people to speak and listen from the heart. And that meant I had to get out of my head and into my heart and into my body. And I had to be willing to be the voice, not the amplifier or the echo. And so that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm here, to start the Heart's Voice movement, because I feel like our world is in an incredibly wounded place, and that we are using language to divide and destroy rather than to connect and create. And I want to make sure that we use the incredible power of words to do powerful, healing, connective things. So I just want to share a little bit about the language of gratitude. The language of gratitude is an arc. The language of gratitude is first a language of attention. You have to pay attention to be able to know what you're grateful for. It's a language of acknowledgement. You have to name what it is that you see and feel. It's a language of affirmation. You give value to that thing that you are attending to and acknowledging. And it's a language of abundance. You cannot be grateful if you don't feel as though you have more than enough. Next, gratitude is a language of relationship and reciprocity. It's about, as Burge said so eloquently, giving and receiving being the same energy. It's a language of relationship between the source of what you're grateful for and you. And that's tremendously important. You think about what you are grateful for, but also to whom or what are you grateful? Grateful for an opportunity, as I am right here, the opportunity to talk to you. I'm grateful for the lack of rain after almost 2 weeks of solid rain in Tallahassee. I'm grateful for a dry day. Whatever that is, looking at that. And finally, the C part of the arc is that gratitude is a language of connection and community. What we are grateful for and to binds us and connects us to others and to the global community, to the great unity that Source intends us to be. When you speak your gratitude, you create an energy that creates connection, creates community, and makes you part of the one great heart. So speak in gratitude, receive the gratitude that is sent your way, and know that all of us have the power to speak and listen from the heart. That's what I have to share with you. You can join me at the Heart's Voice Movement group on Facebook. It's a free Facebook group. And
actually, we have Gail put together a checklist for you, because sometimes it can be challenging to hear your heart's voice or know what that is. So Trisha's going to put the link in the chat, and you can go grab her checklist to support you in identifying and discovering that heart's voice. So thank you so much. Trisha's got that in the chat. Good job.
Let me mention the Facebook group again, and I'll make sure I get that in there too. Gail, what's it called?
it's the Heart's Voice Movement.
Okay, girl.
Perfect. Perfect.
Chat's going crazy with thank yous.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's hear it for Gail Dixon. Yes, yes.
Thank you, Gail. Thank you all.
Gail.
Thank you, Gail.